because the amount of the home is worth more than what you are approved for does not mean you cannot get it, sis. Think about it. If you have the money, buy your interest rate down. Guys, so welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing a little bit about the new construction process and how you can afford a new construction home by using the Naca program. So if you are interested in this video, then make sure you keep on watching. So I've been getting a lot of questions about how was I able to even navigate going through the Naca program and finding a new construction home while being a non-priority member. And y'all, as you can see, my shirt says blessed. Now, I'm not saying that you are not going to be able to get a new construction home if that's what you really have your heart and your mind set on, but you have to be able to diligently find that area that is going to be eligible for you to purchase as a non-priority member. There are subdivisions, there are areas, there are counties that work with Naca clients. There are builders who work with Naca clients. You just have to do the work, you have to do your research. Recently, my husband and I, we were riding around and we came across some subdivisions that work with Naca clients. So there are builders out there who work with Naca clients. You just have to do your research. And I'm not looking to purchase another home, but I just wanted to kind of see if I could do a little research to kind of help you guys out if you are in the Metro Atlanta area. So there are builders out there such as EMC Homes. That is new to me. I've never heard of EMC Homes before, but I know they have properties, new construction properties in Habersham County and in Jackson County, and I think as well as in Gwinnett. So double check by going to their website and it will tell you where they have new homes for new construction in their different areas. But when I called them on the phone, they did tell me they had properties in Habersham counties and Jackson counties. She told me that the one in Gwinnett County, they only had one home left in Gwinnett County, and that one was kind of up there in price. It was like $330. So there are other builders though that you can look into, such as D.R. Horton and Taylor Morrison. Now Taylor Morrison, D.R. Horton, and now EMC are the only three that I know of, but I know that there are several others out there who work with Naca clients and you can get a new construction home. So yeah, just do your research and look up those three builders. Call them and just talk to them and just let them know you are a Naca member, and if you have already got your qualification letter and you know how much you can afford and you know that the home is kind of within your budget, then I would move forward in trying to get your real estate agent to get you in there as soon as possible, because this is a hot market and these homes are selling fast. So as a non-priority member, I must say that my home search was not that difficult, but it was difficult, if you get what I'm saying. So we found several homes that we really liked, but because of us being non-priority, we couldn't get them. And it was so hard because I found some really good homes that was a decent price, and we just couldn't get them because we were considered non-priority. And so if it was anybody else who was considered priority and they found that home, then they would have been eligible to get it. But after we looked at about 10 different homes, I finally told my real estate agent, hey, this is what we want. Can you please help us? Because this is starting to get kind of overwhelming. And so then she came back to me, and that's when she told me what she found. And when she told us and we came out to look at the subdivision, we ended our search right then and there once we became qualified for the home, because I knew that this is what we wanted. From the beginning, we were just looking at pre-existing homes, but we knew all along that we wanted a new construction home. But we were going to settle for it pre-existing, but we knew that's not what we wanted. After many searches, we were so happy, and I must say it wasn't as difficult for us. We started to get a little frustrated, but my search as a non-priority member was not that bad. And like I said, it all contributes to your real estate agent and the amount that you can afford for a home. If the amount that you can afford for a home is pretty up there and you have an awesome real estate agent who specializes in new construction home or just know what they're doing, then you should not have as much of a hard time finding a new construction home. My real estate agent told us at our Naca workshop when I used to go volunteer for the workshops, when I heard, before she was even my real estate agent, when she got up and she started talking to everybody, she said that she specializes in new construction home. And when I heard her say that, I asked her for her card. And then months later, when we were eligible, when we were NACA qualified, my MC went out of her office and came back with that same real estate agent. And I was like, hey, you was at the workshop. So I just feel like everything was predestined. Everything happens for a reason. And the same thing can happen for you as well. But she was really, really awesome. She knew her stuff, and she said she specialized in new construction, and she did just that. I will say this, if you are a non-priority member and you are considering purchasing a brand new construction home, but you are coming across all of these homes that are priced so high, way above the approval amount that you are approved for or your monthly mortgage payment, then I would say to you, consider buying down your interest rate if you can afford to. If you can buy your interest rate down, then your monthly mortgage payment can come down and you can still afford the home. Now, my husband and I, I'm not going to say how much we were approved for, but the amount of this home was more than what we were approved for. And it wasn't that much more, but it was more than what our monthly mortgage was and the total amount that we were approved to buy a home. But because we were given $4,000 from the builder, we then turned around and used that to buy our interest rate down, and that lowered our monthly mortgage payment, which then made it affordable for us to be able to get into a new construction home. So whenever you are looking at new construction homes and you are seeing that they are within an area that is eligible for you as a non-priority member, but because the amount that you are approved for is less than what the house is worth, don't just think that you can afford it. If you have the money saved up to buy down your interest rate, then you need to buy down that interest rate to bring your monthly mortgage payment down to where you'll be able to get into that new construction home. Because it is definitely worth it if you have at least $5,000 or more to be able to contribute towards buying your interest rate down. So don't just give up on new construction because you're seeing that they are worth, they're valued at more than what you're approved for. You can still get into that new construction home with buying your interest rate down. Now, if you can't afford to buy down your interest rate, then you may have to consider finding a pre-existing home, which is not a bad thing at all. A pre-existing home just means that it has more tender loving care put into it, and a new construction home means that you have to put that tender loving care into it. That's how I think of it. So I just felt like as a new homeowner, first-time homeowner, what we wanted is what we wanted. And I always tell you guys, do not settle for anything that you do not want. If you want something, go get it. You can get what you want if you can afford it. And like I said before, just because the amount of the home is worth more than what you are approved for does not mean you cannot get it, sis. Think about it. If you have the money, buy your interest rate down. NACA has that awesome interest rate buy down program, and everybody should be taking advantage of it because I believe NACA is the only program who has that incentive where you can buy your interest rate down to little to nothing. And if you buy your interest rate down, you can definitely get into a brand new construction home. But like I said before, my experience as a non-priority member was not that difficult. It did get frustrating at times because like I said, we came across 10 different homes that we really liked, but at least 8 of them were out of the area that we were eligible for, and the other 2 somebody had already done bought. And so because we had an awesome real estate agent, it really helped the process in navigating us through the process as a non-priority member. And that is why I am here to help y'all, because if I had somebody making these kind of videos, telling me, giving me the heads up, put me on game, letting me know, hey, this is what you need to be doing, here's my tips, here's my advice, then I would have known ahead of time. But because I did not know ahead of time, I had to go through the motions and kind of like find my way, my husband and I. So that is why I am doing these videos, to help y'all, because I know that there are more and more people signing up and hearing about the Naca program, because they are finding that Naca really is where it's at. You just got to put in the work, and it might take a little longer, but it's where it's at. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up, and also hit that red button below. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. What you waiting on, sis? What are you doing? And make sure you share my videos with others. And if you have any questions, make sure to leave them down below. I am here to help you. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.